Hey y'all, it's Mom Ballz and I'm Robin.
Hello. I'm Nilka.
I'm Latuanis.
Well, thank you for joining us today, and we are so excited once again to bring some hometown action to you. Nilka was actually just experienced something very exhilarating. She went to see her son play at home at Notre Dame, actually against Cal Berkeley, where my daughter attends. But it was a football game, and it was all the way live. So we are so excited to hear everything that she experienced, everything that Jayden experienced with his family being there to support him. Go Irish!
Go Irish! Let's go Irish! Do, 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 do. Oh my God, yes, it was so exciting. I didn't want to leave. I didn't want the game to end. I didn't want the day to end. I didn't want the weekend to end. So many thousands and thousands and tens of thousands of people. I got to see Manti Te'o. I got to see the whole team do the walk. It was just an exciting time. So you guys want to ask me questions, or do you just want me to let it rip? I think you guys should ask me questions. I don't know.
I think you can let it rip, but I do want to ask you, first question is, how was the weather? Because I know we've been experiencing a heat wave in Cali, but what was the weather like at Notre Dame?
The weather was warm. It was actually unseasonably warm. They said that it's usually a little cooler by this time, but it was like in the high 80s. You really didn't feel it until we were in the stadium in the stands. It was like the sun was like this.
Wow.
So we were like literally drenched, dripping, but you did not care. There was wall to wall people, like people were just all against each other. You guys could see in the pictures how close our seats were, but we were wall to wall people. We did not care. Everybody was throwing down cold water as much as we could. We'd go back and get more. I probably drank like 6 bottles of water because I was drenched in sweat. But it was so exciting. We did not care. Every now and then we get a black cloud and we'd be like, yes. But yeah, the weather was actually not bad. It wasn't muggy like it normally is in the summer. Thank God. That would have been worse.
Well, we love the pictures that you sent. And actually we shared those on Mom Ballz Instagram account and Facebook of some cool pictures. You got him on the sideline, on the field. You got some amazing photos of Jayden and your family.
Yep.
So let's see, what was the most exciting part of being there?
Honestly, I have to say the most exciting part is seeing my son again, because I got to see him the night before at the hotel where they were staying. And just seeing him again is always my most exciting part. And
it was a special day for him, right?
Yes, it was his 18th birthday on Sunday, the day after the game. So they call that his golden birthday because he turned 18 on the 18th. So it was really exciting to just to be able to share that with him. The fact that they won their first game, we were there, all of that was super exciting. But I think the most exciting part for me is always when they're getting ready to come out on the stage. I mean, on the field, because they play my favorite song. Here come the Irish of Notre Dame. And she sings it like in an Irish accent. And then they go, dun, 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 and the whole stadium loses its mind. Like they flip out. I have a video. I sent you guys the video, and everybody starts boom, 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 boom. So then they start talking about how, I did. And they start talking about, Coach Freeman and the team. And then they go, ladies and gentlemen, here come the Irish. And then they all come out and everybody loses their mind like another level. Like 80,000 people screaming at the top of their lungs. And it's like, I'm getting chills telling you about it because I don't know. But there was another moment that I was like, oh my God, I love this. And I want to experience this again. So the team is in the locker room right before they're getting ready to come out. And they do the Lord's Prayer. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. And to hear, I don't know how many kids are on the team. What is it? Maybe 80, 100. I don't know how many kids are on the team. I might be exaggerating. All those boys, all those men are on their knees. We can't see them, but we can hear them. They let us hear what they're doing. And you hear them say the Lord's Prayer in unison, all those deep voices. I was like, what's happening? What is that? And they're like, okay, they're doing their prayer. Yeah, they were doing their prayer. And then they do.
I want to know, did you cry?
I didn't cry.
Okay. You just got emotional.
I got emotional. I just got chills, and I was like, oh my God, that's so touching. But then they did glimpse on the Jumbotron. They had like a camera on one of the boys' shoulder. I keep saying boys, they're men. They're on their shoulder, and you could see like a few of them, and they were all knelt. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. That was something I did not expect in another level. And it was so beautiful. And so, I don't know, I could go on. There were so many moments that were so exhilarating.
Did you get to see him before game, on game day? Did you get to see him in the morning? What time was the game?
The game was at 2:30. No, we do not get to see them except for the player walk. So I got to see him on the player walk, and I sent you that video too. So the player walk.
Did you make eye contact with him?
Oh yeah, he stops and he hugs me, and it's on the video. He stops, but I'm like following all the players. There goes Coach Freeman. There goes Coach Golden. And I started naming some of the kids I know.
Well, I thought you seen him at his hotel. What day was that? Before or after the game?
That was before the game, Friday night. So Saturday, we only get to see them. So what they do on Saturday is they get ready. They get ready in their suits and they go to the Basilica, which is the church there, the Catholic church. It's amazing. It's gorgeous. I got to get you guys pictures of the inside of the church. And they go there and they have mass. So they do mass for, I think, 30 minutes and they pray there. And then I think the president of the school is Father Jenkins, and I think he blesses them and he prays over them. At some point, he prays for them. I don't know if he does it in the locker or in the church. And then they all come out and they get ready and they walk down the player walk. So all the fans are lined up and they all walk down the player walk and people are like, let's go Irish. And then when they start walking by, everybody starts screaming and cheering for them. And the kids that have their parents, their family there, they say hi to them or, So yeah, Lamar was like, there comes Jayden, because he was like behind me on a rock. And he says, there comes Jayden. I was like, where's my baby? So when I saw him, yeah, he saw me and he stopped and he kept on going. And then they stopped at this platform. And that's when Manti Te'o spoke. And he was like, it's always good to be home. Like, there's no place like home. And he said, this is what matters. Like, I think LaTwana's got to see the speech like on social media or something, because I couldn't see it because there were so many people, but I could hear him. And my only regret is that I did not record him because his speech was moving. Okay. And then Coach Freeman spoke briefly and I sent you guys that video. And then I followed them as far as I could to where they were going into the stadium. And then they go and get ready. And we could see them when they come out like pre-game warm-ups. But we weren't in there because we were talking to that adorable little elderly couple. And then I was like, Lamar, I think we gotta go because I wanted to see him before, but it was okay. It was fine. We had such great seats. We were able to see him. So yeah.
That's awesome. So who went with you on this trip to go see Jayden play? Was it just you and Lamar?
Yeah, it was just me and Lamar, but we have a little super fan. His name is Clausen Bennett. Shout out to Clausen Bennett. So Joey, let him see this because I'm shouting him out. We met them at the Blue Gold game. And the Blue Gold game was when they played each other, right? And it was in April. And we were waiting for Jayden to come out and they had made like this fence around the exit where all the players come out so that the fans could get autographs. So the guys come out and they stay behind the fence, but they start autographing things that people bring. And I was like, oh, how cute. My son is giving like his first autographs, right? And so Joey, that's his mom's name. That's what they call her. Joey was standing next to me with her baby. He's like, I don't know, I think he's like 3 or 4. He had a jersey on of one of the other players that he absolutely loves. So she goes, oh, I hope we get to see him. And so I texted Jayden and I said, Jayden, there's a fan here, or there's a person here. They want to see Chris Tyree. And he's like, yeah, I don't know if everybody wants to see Chris Tyree. Long story short, Clausen was her little 7-year-old or 6-year-old son. He was standing there with a little football. And Jayden comes out and signs his little football. And Clausen was so excited about Jayden's autograph. And so ever since then, Clausen's been following Jayden and his mom follows me. And she every now and then will send me a message. Oh, Jayden did great in practice, or I love the write-up on Jayden. And so Lamar got the idea. She said, oh, I'm so sad. She put it on social media. I'm so sad that I won't be able to see the Mickeys this weekend. And it's Jayden's birthday, but go Irish, because she wasn't going to be able to come to the game. I guess Clausen had a basketball game. Well, Lamar had an idea and he goes, what if you invite Clausen and his mom? And I said, yeah, because we get 4 tickets. So I asked her and she was like, oh my God, I don't know if we can do it because it's got basketball practice. Well, she was able to make it work. She surprised him. And he's so sweet. He's like, he gets real emotional. When they won, he was like, he started crying. So
how old is he? Did you say how old he is? How old is he?
7. He's 7.
Oh, he's a little
So
super fan.
he's my little super fan. He's like a little brother now in Lamar. And I told, Jayden, make sure you bring him something out. Jayden came and brought him the gloves that he wore. They were all sweaty and stinky, but Clausen didn't care. So he autographed those. And then I got him an autograph from Brandon Joseph. And he was just happy to be with us. And it was just nice to have him there. And he was so cute. We'd high five each other. And so now he's taken on one of Jayden's favorite sayings. Like when I say something to Jayden, or I sent him that video of him on the sideline pumping up the D line. And Jayden was like, turn up, or he says, hey. So now Clausen is saying, turn up. And I just think that is the cutest thing. So I told him, Clausen, do you know who's Jayden's second fan? Because I'm his number 1 fan, but you know who his number 2 fan is? And he goes, no. And I said, you. And he was like, oh, he just lights up. He lights up. So it's really sweet to have like a young person already like focusing in on honing in on players in football. And he actually went and did flag football the next day, and he had a touchdown. He almost had an interception, and he was telling his mom, turn up. So that was the cutest thing. Yeah, I thought that was the cutest thing.
So Jayden's left a really good impression on him. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So what was after the game like? I mean, when did you first get to talk to Jayden after the game, and what was his excitement or his level of, like, wow, parents are here, just played my first game in front of my parents for college? How was that?
I think Jayden is, like he said in his last interview, he's like this. Right. He was happy we won. He was very happy they won. He was like, it really starts to be an explanation to Lamar about what went right, what went wrong, what they were thinking on the field, the calls that were made. It really gets to be that. But of course, he always comes to me first. He's such a sweet kid to me. I don't know. I don't want to get emotional talking about that, because he and I had a couple of moments the whole weekend, just talking about my health and where I am and, the journey. And we were alone a couple of times, and we were able to just connect on another level. I shouldn't say different, another level. And one of the things that he said to me, which was, I'm just beside myself that he would even think this. He said, I just want to have the opportunity to ball out so that you get to see me ball out. And I said, Jayden, you've already made me as proud as you can make any mother. So I said, you don't have to do anything else to make me prouder. So I was just, I think that he worries about my health. Of course, and my family worries, I worry, but it was just beautiful. It was touching. And I was happy that we were there, and that it was his 18th birthday, and that he's almost done with his freshman year. Like after the season is over in the middle of December, freshman year is over. And I'm excited about that. So being there,
shout out to Jayden. Let me say this too, Nilka. Shout out to Jayden for being that sensitive to your feelings, because 18th birthday, playing in a game, and to just bring it back home, to really be concerned about his mom. Because, we do so much and we do everything out of love, but it is a good feeling to have your kids say, you know what, Mom, it's about you, Yeah. So I'm glad that he shared that moment with you.
Yeah, me too. It was really special. I think we have a special bond, and I'm grateful for him and everything that he's accomplishing, and the best is yet to come. The best is yet to come. Just getting started. Listen, all I can say about being at ND, you guys, it was electric. Like literally every time I turned around, I had chills. It was electric, and the people are electric, and everybody's excited, and everybody's connected, and everybody knows each other, and everybody loves each other. And I went up to this cute little boy that had a 21 jersey on, and I was like, okay. And I took a picture of him, and I said, so why did you get 21? Is it for Styles because he had that last year, or is it for Jaden and Mickey? And then I went, be careful. And his friend was like, Styles, say Styles. And I said, no, wrong answer. He goes, actually, I bought it last year because it was the year 21. I was like, oh, okay. He goes, but now it's for Jade and Mickey. And I was like, yeah. So I took a picture of him, and, it's just connecting with strangers. It was like, we were all in one accord, but I don't know. I can't put it into words. You guys had to be there. It felt like millions of people, not 80,000.
Yeah, of course. Really. And how was it leaving? I know there was a lot of excitement, and we're going to share so many pictures and videos on our Instagram and Facebook account. But how was it having to leave? I
always worry about him feeling sad that,
Mhm.
like, you know, homesick, like, oh, my parents are leaving. Okay, back to reality. I always worry about him. I'm okay because I want him to continue to have this experience. He's actually embracing it as part of his manhood and learning to be on his own and taking care of his own stuff. And he's proud of that. He's really proud of that.
Yeah.
And that's one of the reasons why he says he chose a way, because he wanted to have the experience to grow up and become a man and not rely on me or rely on dad, you know. And so now he has his car. We were able to send him his car. He got it last week. So he's got a little more freedom, a little more autonomy. He doesn't have to wait on people to go get his hair cut, or if he wants to go get something to eat off campus.
Right.
So yeah, I worry about him, but you know what? He's doing better than I worry about. So, and he tells
well,
me,
as long as he's doing well, then you can be well, right?
Yeah.
So
exactly.
Good.
Exactly.
LaTwana, do you have any questions for her?
I don't. I think you asked them all. Do you have anything you want to leave out? I know.
Looking all pretty over here.
There's a reason why I'm gonna mute y'all, but never mind. Nilka, you wanna since we're wrapping up, is there anything you wanna say to our listeners?
Oh my God, you guys. I had the opportunity to talk to a friend of ours, a mother, and she reached out to me before we left to Notre Dame for, I hadn't talked to her in a while. And she was like, oh my God, how do you do it? How have you done it with your son being away? And to reiterate the part about him wanting to go away to experience something on his own, I had to share that with her. And I said, listen, you know, she says she's already crying and her son's a junior.
Oh, wow.
Like he still has a year. So he's a junior. Well, actually, no, this is his senior year. So he graduates next summer. And he's got like, I think he's got like 4 or 5 offers and all of them are away. Well, she's hoping that he gets one at home. And I said, you know, in nice words, I said, don't be afraid to let him, you know, spread his wings and go somewhere else, because this experience for Notre Dame is like one of the largest platforms that any person could go play football on, let alone the education and the network. And so when you go to Notre Dame, you actually feel, I don't know how to say it, you actually feel the love, the peace, because it's a Catholic university, but there's a very God-centered motif, if you would, or like theme. It's just a very God-centered theme. There's statues everywhere that are like biblical features, and then there's like touchdown Jesus. There's a wall where there's looks like Jesus going like this, but they call it touchdown Jesus, and it's facing the stadium. So like from the stadium, you could see it. And so just the feeling when you're there, and I believe that's one of the things that reiterated for Jayden when he went on his official last year, that he said, Mama, it just feels different when you're there. So I can't explain it to him. Maybe one day, when, you know, people who are listening who haven't experienced it, if you want to experience it, you thought about experiencing, go to a home game. It's outstanding. It's phenomenal. It's amazing. It's another level. The Jumbotron has so much going on that goes together with the game that it ties it all together and it makes it like entertainment. And it's just next level, y'all. It's next level. And I'm just so excited for Jayden in the next 3 years.
Well, ND definitely left an impression on you.
Yeah. It's exciting.
And it sounds like a beautiful place. It sounds like a beautiful place.
And we're excited that you were able to share with all of our listeners your experience and journey to South Bend. And I'm pretty sure there are going to be many more trips. So,
Yep.
Go Irish.
Go
Irish.
Irish.
Thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. Like, share, and comment, and share our podcast with friends of yours, friends that you know that are, you know, getting ready to prepare their kids for this process. We're giving you guys some valuable information. So thanks again. Mama.
Thank you. Mama out.